Everyone needs a good spice mix in their life, don't you think? And I love a shawarma spice mix. I tend to make this whole dry situation here and leave it in a jar and use it with reckless abandon on my chicken thighs, my cauliflower. It's bloody amazing. Today we're making a skirt steak shawarma pita salad situation, so that's coming. But in the meantime, it couldn't be simpler, and here is how you make your shawarma spice. I like to start this in a mortar and pestle. In here, I've got some toasted coriander seeds and cumin seeds. I actually think toasting them is really important. Please don't skip this step. It takes 1 minute in the frying pan on the heat. I've done that, they've cooled. I'm gonna bash them about. Gonna make the whole dry mixture in here, and then you could make 10 times this quantity to keep. Then you're gonna add the wet, add whatever you're marinating, and you're ready to party. I'm gonna start by, oh, hello, flying coriander seeds here, don't mind that. Protect your bowl. I'm just gonna start by bashing them. There's a few escapees, but never mind that. Okay, I also prefer using seeds here rather than ground coriander and cumin because they give a little bite and a tiny bit of texture to the marinade, which I think is very beneficial. Right, bash the seeds. I'm gonna add turmeric, Aleppo pepper, obviously, have you met me? Some cinnamon, some sweet paprika, because you want that kind of smokiness, some ground ginger, and of course, a good bit of salt. And we're gonna stir that round. Now at this point, this is your spice mix. Lots of spice mixes I know called for garlic granules or onion. I just don't like those. So I would rather add the garlic at the marinade moment. So this is our mix. Now, because we're making this now, I'm gonna put it on the skirt steaks, I'm gonna add everything else I want. I happen to have the dregs of my confit garlic in the fridge that I need to use up because I'm going away. So I'm gonna add confit garlic cloves, kind of 4 of them. Dun, 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 dun. And they're gonna be bashed around the side. Obviously my clean spoon in the jar, and I'm gonna put in some lemon because I love a bit of lemon. Needs a little acid in here to help the party. And I'm gonna add some olive oil, but because my olive oil is over there and my garlic oil is here, I'm gonna add just a smidge, help everything cover. And at this point, the marinade is done. So today, I'm using this on skirt steaks, but let me tell you, if you're making this and you've got some vegetarians, chop up some cauliflower florets, douse them in this, roast them on high heat for about 10 minutes. Amazing. Add some red onions into the mix. Absolutely delicious. There won't be a single vegetarian who will complain. Also, this recipe started on chicken thighs. I mean, that is the traditional version. But again, you could also use this on lamb, on a lamb shoulder. This would be amazing. So let's get cooking. This is one of those very rare occasions that I wear gloves. Not because I don't want to touch my meat, but because I learned the hard way that I turned my manicure ombre recently. I mean, if that isn't like the most pretentious first world problem you've ever heard, I don't know what is, but it did. And my hands are going orange, and I'm going out tonight, and I don't want to look like Fag Ash Lil, like an old smoker who's got like tar-stained hands. So vanity is winning, gloves are on. Fag Ash Lil. That is one from the good old days. Now you know how old I am with Fag Ash Lil, right? No American is going to understand that at all. They're going to think I'm being offensive. I'm not being offensive. Fag Ash Lil, for the translation, is someone who smokes a lot. A woman, preferably. Right, okay. Back to our skirt steaks. I've got these beautiful skirt steaks here that I'm going to indelicately shove in this bowl. And I am going to liberally massage this. Oh my God, there's going to be so many comments on this. Right, this mixture onto my skirt steaks. I'm going to add a little bit more oil to this so it goes a bit further. I'm going to use my garlic oil. It's going to be so yummy. And I'm going to remember to only massage with my right hand, which is tricky for me because I'm left-handed. So I've done this all arse about face today. but never mind. Right, okay. These skirt steaks are looking like they've had a lovely suntan, a turmeric glow to them. And I'm gonna let them come to room temperature. So maybe half hour, 40 minutes in the marinade. Might scoop this last little bit out. Might squeeze a little bit more of this lemon now that I don't have a glove on. There we go. I'm gonna add actually something I forgot, which is a couple of bay leaves. Now, because I'm gonna put these on a griddle pan, this would also be amazing on your barbecue. And given that the sun is out, I'm thinking outdoor grilling. I'm gonna put some bay leaves in here, glove off. These are marinating. Let's make a salad to shove in our pita with these, shall we? So delicately said. Rolling, rolling, rolling. I firmly believe, especially in the summer months when we're all about to eat outside and put everything between slices of bread, that we need a quick, crunchy, half-pickled salad. Today, we're making a cucumber salad. Sounds so boring, I know. It's so not boring. I'm stuffing this into pita with a skirt steak, shawarma skirt steak, and some tahini. You could put this in anything, but it is your barbecue. When you are like, oh my God, what am I serving on the side? This, all summer long. It is cucumber. I'm adding radishes, but there is a real debate in this house as to whether radishes are necessary. Pickled onions, which should always be in your fridge. There's a link to the recipe. Take 2 minutes to make everything sing. They're going in. Some dill, some mint, which is a little hot from the sun today, and some rice vinegar. This is going to give it a little sweetness, the acid that we require, and it's not going to weigh it down with oil. There's no oil in this for all of us watching our waistlines. Ha ha. Right, not in this house. With or without mandolin, I'm going to talk you through cucumbers very quickly. I know that in your brain you're going, how is this possibly going to be crunchy? Cucumbers get so yucky and watery. I'm going to show you how to avoid that. I'm going to show you 2 ways of how to avoid that, and then do less talking and more doing. So, I'm going to start. You can make these 2 ways. You can either make these with like a Persian cucumber, or if you can't get your hands on any of them and you're going to use a regular English cucumber, this is what you're going to do to avoid the cucumber sog. So, all the seeds are what make it really soggy when you have a cucumber salad. So the effort to scoop them out with a spoon is really, really worth it. So we're just going to quickly do that. I'm only going to use half this cucumber. Also, you can make this more interesting by using a variety of different sized cucumbers if you can really be bothered. So I'm literally going to slice up this cucumber. This would actually be enough for kind of 2 to 3 people, but I'm going to make a bit extra today. Right, cucumber is here. Let's get to our radishes, which I am going to mandolin, just because I can't get thin enough slices with a knife, or I can, but it's a pain, and this is quicker and easier as long as you don't take your nails off, and I get a snack. Right. As I said, these aren't optional extra. I like them. I like the colour they add. I like the little tartness they add to the sandwich. I'm just going to do 2 because these were whopper radishes. This will also add little acid punch. If you don't have any onions, which really only need 20 minutes to pickle, these are a really quick pickle, you can use raw onions. If you have been hanging around here in the kitchen with me for a while, you'll know I hate raw onions. They don't agree with me. So therefore, everything is always somethinged. Okay. If I had some chives today, that would be great, but I don't. So we're going to add some dill. A good handful. You know, the dill, this is, you know, an homage to the dill pickle right here. Let's get that in. And I'm going to add some mint leaves. And I'm going to keep these quite big. Little texture. I'm just going to rip them. Also, I don't want them to discolor too much. So that's why I'm going to keep, you know, these ones at the top, I'm definitely just keeping whole. Add texture, add a little fun, make it look prettier, make you feel like you've got some leaves in your salad, but really it's just the beautiful mint. And it goes so well with cucumber, and it's so summery. Salt, obviously. I kind of took my eye off the ball and I forgot a red chili. It would be delicious in here if you had one. If you don't have one, like I don't today, little red chili, or you don't like that much heat, I'm going to add a little Aleppo pepper. And then just a capful of the vinegar, just enough to dress everything together, and just toss it around. Now, the beauty of this is I'm making this while the steak is marinating, ready to quickly grill for the sandwich. I'm gonna let this sit, gonna heat up my griddle, gonna make my shawarma skirt steak, gonna warm my pita, and we're gonna have lunch. Gorgeous skirt steak's been marinating. I am going to just put a tiny lick of oil on my grill pan, put this super shawarma'd skirt steak onto my pan. It's thin, and it's going to take about 2 minutes each side. Okay, stop touching it. Don't mess with your steak, just let it go. Yeah, right, okay. Oh, shit! In all my excitement, hold on a minute. Fuck. Maybe we'll film the next one. Fuck. Hilarious. Thank God I am wearing my apron. Get a bit of colour on the underside. Yum, yum, yum. Gorgeous. Who's ready for something to eat? Anyone want some lunch? I do. Okay, I have mini pitas today. No, I did not make them. I'm not getting any awards. But I have the mini version because if I have the choice between the mini and the big, I want to go mini. I love it when my food dribbles down my face. Judge me all you like. It's a sign of something delicious. Give me a juicy burger and let it run down my chin. I'm happy as a clam, right? And therefore, I want the smaller version so that it doesn't quite completely fall apart before it has made it to my mouth. So that's why. I have warmed these pitas, which is why they are forming a pocket so beautifully. And basically, I'm killing time while my steaks rest. I want to show you one more thing. I didn't show you how to make a tahini sauce. I've shown you that before, but we're going to add some tahini to this, obviously. And that is 1 part tahini, 1 part cold water, lemon juice and salt. You can add garlic, you can add cumin. I don't want to because I want to keep this in my fridge. And what if I want to put it on ice cream? I don't want garlic cumin ice cream. I want just plain tahini one. So I like options. We also have pickled onions. I'm going to add a few extra of these. I know we've got them in our salad, but that's it. And I'm going to slice these. If you wanted to, you could roll them up. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to slice in thin strips across the grain. You'll still see it is perfectly pink in the middle. I love skirt steak. It's a cheap cut. You feel like you're getting your red meat fix. It's so quick. It's so juicy. It's got beautiful marbling of fat in going through it, so it's packed with flavour. Okay, and I'm going to take all of this deliciousness that has all of the juices that have been left from the steak as it rested, and I'm not wasting a single one. If I had this on the right way around on my carving board, it would be better. Okay, pita, smear of tahini. Finger licking good already. Okay, let's get some strips of steak in here. If I carved it, they wouldn't all be stuck together, but never mind. Do not be shy, shove it in. Let's get some cucumber, radishes, mint, dill, all of it into the mix. Get the crunch and the acid that you want alongside. Oh my God, I am literally salivating. I might add, just for fun, an extra pickle, an extra drizzle. Can you see this? Can you see this? Not anymore, you can't. This is what I'm looking for. Down my finger, down my chin. Sign of a good sandwich.